Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm on mute. See, look, it's the games that's being played with my volume and my mute button. So, hi, this is our second rodeo together. So, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am so excited about our conversation. The last time you were on the podcast, I love that you were so authentic and true. And that's sometimes what we are missing in the world because people want people that they can relate to, and you're relatable, you're honest. And I feel like that builds trust like in the community where people are not so honest or authentic. So thank you so much for that. So let's get into it. Since the last time we spoke, I know that you had a lot going on and you graduated.
Yes. Yes, I'm very
Congratulations.
excited. Thank you so
So
much.
tell the people what you've been up to.
Uh, School, like you just mentioned, after 23 years, I decided to go back and finish my bachelor's degree in psychology. I
Okay.
saw my kids doing amazing, so I was like, wait a minute, I want to be proud of myself too. So I went back and finished, and commencement is coming up next weekend. So very
Got
excited.
you. So how does it feel having to do that? I know that sometimes, like even with life, like how were you able to juggle that? Because you're very active.
It was hard, I'm not gonna lie. um, being a single mom and working full time and going back to school, it was a lot. It was very, very challenging, and lots of tears were shed.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was gonna make it. I literally told one of my professors, like, "This ain't it."
This
Like,
ain't that, and that this ain't that. But you know what? The thing is that some of the hardest battles that we have to fight are given to us so that can become a testimony for other people. So you can go through that because obviously a lot of people go through that where they're having to go back to school, but they have to find somebody, find strength, and knowing that they can overcome because you did
absolutely, as a mom
as a mom with
while
two
working.
boys
Yes, like you can
while
do it.
working. While
Absolutely.
working. So tonight we're just gonna go over like a few topics about just like life in general. Like you are always honest about just like your journey that you have had to go through. So we're just gonna jump into it, right? So I know that you were transparent about just being you were a survivor of divorce and then you have two sons. So I want to talk about first the breaking part because there's always a breaking before the making. So what did the breaking season of your life actually look like behind the scenes? Because I sometimes feel like we have this face on, but we're crying inside. So, what did it look like behind the scenes for you?
So I'm gonna just be all the way transparent because I can't be anything else but that. It looked like brokenness.
Yeah.
It looked like, God, this isn't what you promised me. Right. So, um, never thinking that I would get married and divorced. You think it's a one and done type of situation. And it looked like depression. It looked like, gaining a ton of weight.
Yeah.
Um, I gained maybe 40, 50 pounds.
Hmm.
Um, I lost my job 3 times after that. And so just constantly feeling like I was having this uphill battle, dealing with depression, dealing with just so much. Um, but I will say that it was during those times where I had nothing and nobody to lean on but
Yes.
God. Like, and I learned that sometimes he makes you, he takes you out and hides you so that way he can get you alone so that his voice is the only thing that you can hear. And honestly, that's where I've been in church my whole life, but my deeper connection with God came from my divorce. It came from job loss. It came from raising the boys. Their father is still in their life, but it's me who has them day in, day out when they're sick, taking them to school, taking them to sports, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was rough. But I'm
Yeah.
happy to say we're on the other side of that. And
Yeah.
now, as my dad says it, God has a track record.
Yeah.
So if he
He,
got you through one
hold on,
thing,
repeat that
you
one more
better believe
time.
God has a track record. So, if he got you through one thing, why wouldn't he get you through the next thing?
Because he
Like,
don't
he's so
fail.
faithful. He don't fail. Okay, so there's a song, um,
That's where I got
Strong
it from.
Foundation. Listen, they sang it during revival, the first revival that we had
Yeah.
this month. And that song has been on repeat in my home. It's
That,
been in my spirit. He will
that's one of my
never fail.
favorite praise and worship songs. It just makes me want to go to the altar and lay there and stay there.
I shared it with my parents. I was like, listen, I know y'all don't listen to this.
I went through a
It's
season.
different.
That
They're so
song was
old
my
school.
transportation.
Yeah, it's incredible. And they worship to it. I worship to it. It's incredible. You just have to let the words minister.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. I'm a music head and I love beats, but sometimes it's the word. And I think that that's what's so amazing about even Chandler Moore and Naomi Raines and the whole Maverick City crew. But so, Ty, during this time, like prior to, because I feel like you always know in your spirit when something is shifting. So, prior to that, like, how did you know that life as you knew was changing?
I've had a couple of those moments in the last, let's see, I separated almost 6 years ago,
Mhm.
um, and divorced, a couple of years after that. But I've had a couple of different instances where God was like, I'm trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
And one of those times was New Year's Eve, and Bishop said something like, you keep asking for God to bless you, but you won't let go of stuff.
Jesus.
You want to be, still do things your own way. And I was like, oh, he's not talking to me, is he?
Because he will be in your mail.
Listen, he was all the way on my toes. And I think that was the first sort of moment where I was like, okay, I surrender. Here, you can have it. Lord, I don't want it. Right. And then it happened again this year in January during the fast.
Hmm.
And I was just like, okay, Lord, have your way. And it's so funny because I thought I was surrendered before. Like God's like, nope, we can take this up another level.
Yeah, turn it up a notch.
Turn it up a notch. And and the way you realize it is there's a tugging on your heart.
Yeah.
You don't feel comfortable around certain places or certain things or certain songs or certain movies or certain people, or God makes you uncomfortable in that place because he's like, that's not for you anymore. Not in this new season.
Jesus.
I'm trying to take you to another place. So that's not for you. So you have to let go. And I'm like, oh, right. Just certain TV shows where I'm like, oh, I would normally watch this. And other times I'm like, this doesn't sit right in my spirit
Yeah.
anymore. Right. And so that's just growing. That's just growing in the word, and he'll change you if you allow him to.
I
So I've
love that.
I've been in that place. Lord, use me. Have your way.
So when sometimes when we ask God to use me, we're not always prepared with how he's going to use you, because never in a million years, baby, did I ever think that I would be a minister of the gospel according to Jesus Christ. Not me, not a little ratchet, you know?
I get it.
But when you surrender and say, God, I can't do this by myself. Show me what it is that you want me to do so that I can assist in upbuilding the kingdom and carrying out the ministry. So, whatever that looks like, remove me and give me all of you. And when he did that and I showed up as somebody else, like that's ultimately like what he wants. Because the thing is, I always say this on every episode, God does not, he could care less if you want to partner with him or not. He wants us to partner with him so that he can allow us to be a part of what he's doing in the earth. But if you don't, he doesn't force you to do that. You have free will to do whatever it is that you want to do. And whatever you obtain outside of the will of God, you got to stay out there to keep it. You got to stay outside of his will to keep it. You can't keep it, because that's why you get uncomfortable when you're seeking God again and God is in the place. Whatever you obtain outside of his will, it got to go away because that's not of God.
Absolutely. And
It
that
changes
looks like
you.
struggle. It looks like being in the wrong place at the wrong time and things just keep happening. And you're like, why? It's because you're not supposed to be there.
Because you're not supposed to be there. So,
Hmm.
sometimes when we go through situations, you feel like it changes your identity. I can definitely say in like past instances, relationships, friendships, it changed who I really was. Even just getting ordained, it changed who I was as a person. How do you feel like just this new lifestyle, like, or having to step away and become a different person? How do you feel like that impacted your identity as a woman in itself?
It raised my standards,
Come on now. Come
honestly.
on, standards. I'm
And
doing
I'm
my
okay with
imaginary
that.
scale.
It raised my standards of other people, of friends, of family, of myself, most importantly,
Yeah.
right? Um, some people were not for it, and that's okay. It's not for you.
Come on now, Ty.
Um, and I just had to be okay with that. I had to be okay with losing what the world said I should have to gain what the Lord said I should have. And that looked like friendships that were, old. That looked like being made fun of, like, oh, all you do is listen to worship music all day. Yeah, I do. And I'm at peace. Like, that's the beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just raised everything for me. It
Yeah,
raised
and it's
everything for
crazy
me.
because people have so much to say about the lifestyle that people choose to live. And the thing is, that music or the secular music sometimes it convicts my spirit a lot.
Mhm.
It takes me back to the old version of myself in my mind because it has you thinking that you're a part of a lifestyle that you ain't even a part of. It
Yeah,
gets in your mind, and that's what it's for. David was playing the harp for Saul because he was battling demons. And I think that it's the same for the type of music that we listen to. It's a part of that. So you have to be mindful what you're putting in your ear gaze. You got to be mindful of what you're watching with your eye gaze. Like you just have to be mindful of that stuff because it can kind of take control over like how you see life and the stuff that you're even like the conversations that you have. You watching stuff that's people cussing all the time, and here you go cussing
right.
folks out, knocking fools upside the head. Well,
And
maybe
it
not
and it
knocking.
doesn't even take much, right? If you go back to just music,
Yeah,
right? And you hear a song, you're like, "Oh, I used to sing this song all the time," right?
yeah,
And now you get to singing it and you
yeah,
might let something slip, right? And you're like, "Oh." Or maybe you don't recognize that you've even said it and now it's like it's got you,
yeah,
right? And then you are constantly in that place where you no longer feel convicted because it's just a song, I'm just singing it. It's like, yeah, but whatever is taking you away from Christ, you have to let that stuff go.
Come on,
You
Ty,
know,
you know what? Did you get on here tonight to minister to me? Say that one more time, the last part.
whatever is taking you away from Christ, you have to let go. When we think about why we are here, we're here to worship, we're here to honor God, we're here to invite other people to have a relationship with Christ. Anything we do outside of that does not line up with what He has for our lives. Not entertainment, not right. And we're in the world, so I'm not going to act like, I don't watch TV, I don't listen to music. Like, I like to have fun.
Yeah,
But the way I have fun now is not the way that I had fun 20 years ago. It's not even the way I had fun 5 years ago, right? You could still have fun in Christ. And
I love
it's
that.
just about being around like-minded people that helps keep you secure in that.
I love that. And that's the thing. You got to focus on being like minded with people that's
Mhm.
around because they can deter you away from that. So, Ty, the next question that I have, me and my cousin was talking about this as we always say it that people don't understand what it's like to have to heal and still show up as a mother. So, how did you continue to show up as a mother while you were still healing yourself? Because your
That's
boys are very active. Like you have one, he's what is drum major.
Yeah, he's a
Isaiah
drum major. Josiah.
Josiah is a drum
Mhm.
major, and then Isaiah is
Elijah.
attending. Elijah is attending
Yeah.
Alabama.
Mhm.
So you have boys that are very active and still having to get out in front of people. Like, how did you show up?
It was seriously like, and I just keep coming back to this, but it's prayer because it wasn't easy, right? Um, one of my sons, I won't completely put him out there like that, but he didn't want to go to church. And for a long time, I was just streaming because church had shut down because of the pandemic, right? And I
Yeah.
moved right next to the church.
Oh yeah.
And so I was still streaming even when the church reopened. And I had this mentality like, well, I'm still watching, right? And my parents were like, nah, you got to be close to the fire. You got to
Come
you
on
got to
now.
be in person, right?
You got to be up
And
there so you can
so
see Jesus.
absolutely,
You
you
know,
got to
for a
be
long
there to
time, my
touch
daughter
the hem
thought
of his
that
garment. You
Bishop
can't
was
do that at home.
Jesus.
So when I started going, um, it changed things. And so there was a little bit of turmoil, like, no, we don't want to go to church. We don't feel like it. Why we gotta go? So there was a lot of butting heads at first. And someone told me, go get some oil and you go touch everything in their room and pray. And by the time I was done, I didn't bless the whole house.
Jesus.
I mean, everything, every doorknob, every window, everything. And I just welcomed in the Spirit of the Lord. And once I committed my family to Christ, I mean, more than I had already done, right? Because again, I had always grown up in church. But when I started doing that, I started being able to pray over my children in a way that I had never prayed before. And then I was able to start opening up to them about things that I was going through, not just so that they just knew, right?
Yeah.
Because you still have to shield them. They're still children. But as they were getting older, I was able to say, hey, this is why I need your help. This is why mom doesn't want to go back and forth with you. This is why I need you to listen when I tell you the first time, because I'm under a lot of stress.
Yeah.
I feel anxious about this. And then it just opened up the door for us to have different kinds of communication. So, like conversations I didn't have with my parents, right? Children were to be seen and not heard, and you do what
Come
I
on now.
said because I told you to do it, right? We started having different conversations like, no, this is why I'm asking you to do it because I don't have the energy today. I'm tired. Then my kids started cooking more and taking out the trash without me having to ask. And they just really stepped up as young men. And those are the young men that you see now who are killing it in
They're
college,
doing so
killing it
amazing.
in high school. They are
Look, when I
thriving.
see them at church, or when I was seeing them at church, I feel like I'm such a proud mom. They're not even my boys, and I'm so happy for you because they're so good.
I've I've been so blessed. Like those boys, I'm sure they dealt with the divorce in their own way,
Hmm.
and someone had told me, like, "Don't get divorced, it'll mess up your family, your kids will be messed up," and I was like, "Don't claim that over my children,
Come
like,
on now.
you can't tell me what my God can't do." So you have to be careful again of who is speaking over your children, who's speaking over you and the things that you accept and don't accept. That's why you can't be around everybody. When you know that your kids have an anointing, when you know that your family has an anointing on their
Yeah,
life, you can't accept just anything. And I'm glad that I didn't, because they are killing it in their respective areas, So
they are. I'm
prayer.
so proud of them, and they're proud of you too.
They really are. Like, I think that's an understatement. Like, like how you're supposed to cook for your kids.
Yeah.
That's just what you're supposed to do as a mom. My kids literally tell me thank you every night. Thanks for dinner, mom.
Come on now,
Thank you
because
for this.
let me
I'm
tell
like,
you now,
who,
we
who
we ain't
thanks?
made it to that point yet with my children, but they will start. My son does. My daughter like a little sassy, so she don't be doing that. But we working on her.
I don't know where they get it from. They thank me for dinner every
God knew
night.
you needed that in this season.
Yeah. It helps to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
So, they buy me flowers and listen, my birthday gift this year, I got this beautiful Coach bag and
That's
a matching
amazing.
wallet from my children. And I was like, what? I just, thank you. I
Damn,
accept.
that's so sweet.
They're the best boys.
So during Ty, did you ever feel like that even when you were like healing, did you ever feel like you had to appear strong? Because I know sometimes, like even with my kids, because I know that they're my kids, and my son, I feel like he's the son that helps me, but I don't want to put too much on him because he's a kid. So I feel like I always have to appear strong, even when I'm broken. I think that my family
Absolutely.
knows now when I go quiet and I don't reach out that I'm dealing with something. But I feel like I don't show that same person in front of my children because I always have to appear strong. And I don't know why, but did you ever feel like you had to appear strong?
I did, shortly after the divorce because I didn't want them to worry.
Yeah,
I didn't want them to stress. I didn't want them to feel like anything was their fault. I didn't want them to feel any sense of struggle. I wanted normalcy as much as possible for them. So, I hid my tears. I hid how I really felt. But as they got older, I had to, be honest. Like, this is where I am. And I realized that that was being strong, because it takes a strong person to admit, when you're going through something. It takes a
it
strong person
does.
to be vulnerable, especially for my boys to learn that they can be vulnerable with me. Because so often we teach our young boys who later become men that they are not okay to express their emotions, that they are not okay to express how they feel. And so just as they've gotten older, like I said, our conversations have changed. So as I become more vulnerable with them and show them there is strength in that, they have learned to do the same. Now they still hold things close to the vest because they don't want
Yeah,
me to worry.
yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of a give and take kind of thing.
I know that they have like a little age difference, but like sometimes you always have to have those talks with them about, just girls and, because obviously they're very handsome. So the little girls are out there. But what intentional lessons are you teaching them about, just growing up in life with girls around in love? Are you teaching them anything about that?
Yes, because they are of dating age, both of them, which caught me off guard because I guess I didn't realize, like, I still see them as my babies, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, no, I guess you about to graduate from high school. I guess it is time." So, Um, I just had to be real and honest because my dad and mom are always brutally honest with us, whether we wanted it to be or not.
Yeah,
But I'd rather tell you what's up than for somebody in the world to tell you what's up.
that's it.
So our conversations are blunt, I will say it that way, and open. Um, and I don't sugarcoat anything with
Yeah,
them because they're about to be men.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And if I sugarcoat things, you may think, oh, nobody told me. My mom didn't tell me that this could happen, or my mom didn't explain, you know, this or that. And so just wanting them to be aware of what seems cool in high school and college
yeah.
could get you caught up one day. So
Come on now.
you got to be careful in these streets. You know what I mean? So don't think that you're exempt. And then also remember why you got baptized. You can't just go and wall out, right? We all kind of stray away a little bit as, as we move out of the house and
Yeah.
it's getting crazy out here. World might be ending soon. So like I need you to just make sure you
Look,
right with Christ
according
while
to
you
my
out here with
grandma,
this
it should have
girl.
been gone a long time ago. Cause she would definitely, that was her thing to tell us that all the time. Like, the world coming to an end. Like, why should she be telling us that? Like, we were little. It ain't. I'm here now, and I was little when she was saying that to me. But if she was still here today, I love my granny to death. But baby, that was the thing. The world coming to an end. Like, stop telling us that, because I was for sure it was coming to an end in the year 2000.
Oh, I just want them to be right with Christ and not be out there walling out. Like, don't get caught when Jesus come back and you out
Come on
there
now. When
deep
he
in them
come back,
streets.
I
That's
hope
on
you in
you.
your right
The,
mind. I hope you
the way
right.
my dad always says it is you can't go to heaven on a buddy plan.
Come on now.
You got to know the Lord for yourself. So if you out there in them streets and you know better, you may want to hit pause.
May want to hit pause, because when them pearly gates come and start opening, you better be ready.
Yeah, because saying, oh, I was only 17, I was only 18, that's not going to matter because you know
Yeah,
what's right and what's wrong.
you do.
And
Once you
and
start knowing what's
also,
right and what's wrong.
yeah, and also it's like, what type of woman do you want to marry? So keep that in mind. So if the girl you're dating is not the type of girl that you'd want to marry or introduce me to, then maybe you shouldn't mess with her. They should go to church.
Bring it to TOP. Bishop will put some oil on her.
Yes.
He
So
heavy on the oil.
hey, I'm proud to know that my son and his girlfriend go to church.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, I'm with that. And I actually had a conversation. He had some friends over. They came from school and they were talking about their girlfriends, and one of them was like, yeah, my girl has to go to church. And the other one was like, hey, I just need my girl to just be down for me. And the other
Hold
one's
on.
like, no, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. She got to go to church. And so I was happy because I was like, good, speak some sense into your friends, hold each
Ty,
other
it's the down
accountable.
for me at this age, because what does she need to be down for you doing?
I don't know. They're
So that's
19
them
years old.
songs that's getting in their minds, and they
I
thinking they
know.
living this lifestyle that you ain't living. Because what do you mean you
And
need
you're in
her to be down?
college, so you're not really in them streets like that.
You're not even about that life. So what are you talking about? That is so funny to me.
But they clocked it, and they were on it, holding their brother accountable. So I was just like, that means that you're around good company.
I
If
love that.
you're if you have friends that are going to hold you accountable and check you when you're saying something crazy, that those are the types of
Those are the
friends you
types of
need in your
friends that
life.
you need. I love that for them. So Ty, like, what kind of men do you think that you are raising? I guess based off of seeing like how trifling the world can be sometimes. What what kind of men are you trying to raise? Like even with your boys, like the mindset that you would want them to have when they're out there, because obviously we can't be around them forever. Like they're out sometime. My son sent me some pictures. Him and some friends went to Moe's, and he's up there playing poker. poker. I didn't even know he could play poker. He didn't took all the kids' money and sending me pictures of it. Like, why would you be up there at Mo's doing that?
My kids did that in high school.
They did? Because why are
They
you up
blamed.
there? Don't send me pictures because I don't want their parents calling me saying, oh, well, Jesse decided that he wanted to play poker. He took the kids' money. No, sorry. You do not need to be doing that. I guess some reasons my son is exceptional though. He's exceptional. So
Listen,
I'm not gonna take that from him.
they were playing spades in class, and
Really?
Elijah was selling snacks. He had people on payroll.
That sounds
Like,
like LJ girl. They some hustlers. No wonder they wanted to be there
yeah,
for them.
hustler for sure. And so my thing is, make sure that whoever you are with respects your hustle.
I
I
love
want you to finish school, be about your business, because my son Elijah has his
his shirt.
videography and photography business,
Okay.
and so get established. And if
Mm-hmm.
she's down for you, she will wait until you finish school, until you get established, because you can't take care of her if you can't take care of you.
That's it.
So, y'all need ramen noodle dates if that's what y'all doing. Elijah, I'm checking your bank account, so I know what you're spending your money on. So
That's
slow
it.
down.
Because let me tell you, these kids are like I watch a lot of like creators that are like all different ages. They're eating very advanced meals in restaurants.
Yes, it's not like
Eating Burger
not at
King.
all. My son used to have DoorDash come to the school, and there's all kinds of signs that are like you cannot have
Outside food over here.
outside food, but he's just like, this food ain't good, so I'm just
That
gonna.
sounds like my son.
I'm like, but we didn't have like debit cards and things like
We
that, and
didn't. Even the book fair, I was talking to my parents because they were sending money to my daughter for the book fair. Girl, I tallied up Carson J's total for the book fair. Why does she have $150? First off, let's start with how I probably only had between $2 and $5, not 200, not 500, $2 and $5, and I found it, so it was changed. Let's start there.
yes,
But y'all gonna send this girl $150 for a book fair?
like she probably ain't even gonna read all those
She
books.
didn't, and she still has like 60 left, but I'm gonna save that for when they come back again. But it's just the fact, like they just dropping, like y'all are rich now because y'all just dropping all this money on these children. Like they really take care of my kids. Like they're blessed to have grandparents like them. But I'm like, they are spoiled. My mom, I remember they used to give us money, and $20 was a lot. But these kids getting $400, two
Yeah,
hundred dollars.
yeah. And I talk to my kids about that all the time. They're like, nah, your parents just didn't care about you when you were young. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I think the
You know,
time
we
of
we
was
could
different.
we could leave campus and go to lunch. We used to go to 7-Eleven all the time and get like nachos and stuff like that for lunch. And my kids, their school, they're not allowed to leave campus. And
Well, over
so
here in
again,
Forsyth County, they have the option to say, "Hey, I'm not going to go to school today."
yeah, we can't. Even like at the end of the school year, if you're
Yeah,
doing well, you don't have to stay. Like you could leave like 2 weeks early. I'm like, that was not a thing for me.
it wasn't
I
at
was
all.
there when if the school was open, I was there. So my kids will tell you to this day, ask them on days where like right before Christmas break and everybody's gone. Elijah complains. He's like, I was the only person in the classroom watching a movie with the teacher. And the teacher was asking him, why didn't you stay home? And he's like, because my mama said I had to go to school.
That's so funny. It sounds like Michelle. That's my mom. She would do that because you're going to the school regardless of what's going on.
Because why are they sending y'all home? Why do you get to just be at home?
We're not
What?
doing that. It's not like it is now. Like we're not doing that. No, my daughter and my son, they're gonna make sure that they're up there unless they're really sick, he'll say, "Hey, I'm gonna do online today." But other than that, like they're definitely up there. So, Ty, quick question. So you know that sometimes during our breaking season and our making season, the potter sometimes puts us in a situation where we're asking, like, even Bishop sometimes he said that he's like, God, where are you in certain situations? So have you ever had a time where you were questioning, like, God, where are you in the middle of stuff that you were dealing with?
Yeah, it happens, every so often. The last time I really had one of those knockout, drag out prayers was during the fast in January.
Yeah.
And I was just really praying hard, like, God, I've been believing you for this, this, and this. Like, where are you in my life? And he said very, very clearly, the answers to your prayers are on the other side of your obedience. Serve. And I was like, serve? I'm already serving. He was like, yep, serve some more.
Or-
So I started getting more involved in things at church, and some things that are not at church. And I think it's so funny because God can answer your prayer and he can be very specific. But he's like, you praying and going to church and paying your tithes, that's not enough.
Come
Like,
on
I need
now.
you to do the work. You can't just be stagnant, right? You say you want me to use you. Okay, here we are. So I'm like, but God, you didn't specify, like, you didn't answer this, this, and this. He's like, yeah, I will. It's just not time yet.
Come on
So
now.
I'm
Ty,
like,
you ministering to me.
I'm just, it's just a crazy place to be in. And it's so humbling. It's so humbling. And that's how I knew I wasn't as surrendered as I thought I was. Because, they say pray without ceasing. You keep praying over the same thing. God heard you the first time, but he wants to know, are you going to keep asking? Are you going to be diligent? Are you going to be faithful? Are you going to show up when I ask you to? Are you still going to believe in me and have faith in me, even when it takes longer
To answer your prayers.
to answer your prayer? Right? If we look at coming out of our Egypt, it may take 40 years, but that is still God's timing. And God's timing is perfect, even if it's not our timing. And we have to trust that. And if he doesn't do it, it could be our protection.
Hmm.
So just learning to have a different perspective instead of just, I want, I want, I want, I want. And then also praying scripture, right? I
Because you have
heard
to remind him of his word sometimes.
absolutely. And I heard that during revival last week, like the angels aren't moved because you crying. They they're not worried about your tears, right? They move on the sound of God's word. So speak the word. But you can't speak the word if you didn't study it first, right? So that's why you have to constantly consume the word, constantly consume, you know, um, something I started doing was the Bible app. You can hit play and it'll read it out loud to you. I
Yeah.
do that folding laundry, you know, cooking dinner. Just, I need to get this in me. So I'm at a place now in my life where, like, Lord, I need you. I am desperate for you, you know? So it changes things.
So you talked about surrender. Tasha Cobbs has this song where she says, "Here I am, Lord, arms wide open, pouring out my life, gracefully broken." And I feel like that in itself was surrender. But what did surrender look like for you?
Finally leaving things on the altar.
Come on now.
How often Do we pray about something? We think we leave it, and then we pick it right back up. Like, nope, I got it. He don't need your help.
That's it.
He doesn't need you. Like, give it to him wholeheartedly and trust that he's going to take care of you. And if we go back to the track record, he does it every single time. He's
Yes.
faithful. And you're his child. So, of course, he's going to give his child what they need. So, I mean, it goes back to where is your faith? It's according to your faith, as Bishop always says, right?
All the time. Big Bishop.
Big Bishop. Yes.
He says that all the time.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being transparent. We're gonna move to something a little bit more light. So I just want to know, like, with all the smiles and the pretty face and I'm loving these braids. They are everything. I
Thank
like
you,
let's
darling.
give it a little sheep ink.
Just want something smooth. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go smooth for the church, baby. So, who is Tai outside of the titles, roles, and the past relationships?
Oh, man. Tai is goofy. Let's just start there. Ty's full of life. Ty's funny. Ty loves to laugh. I love to travel. I love to eat.
You know that song, I love to eat,
Eat.
apples and bananas. That was for
Listen,
me.
like, it's my favorite thing to do. I've just, in the last year, I've been trying to find like hobbies, right? Like
Yeah.
getting back to myself and what's something I want to do. And different people have asked me, like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, I danced, right? That was a hobby that turned into a career. And I did
Yeah.
that at a very high level and act. And I'm like, but the thing that where I am right now, all I want to do is go to a restaurant.
Oh, no.
Just real bad. Real bad. So I've been, that sounds so bad. But so that's what I've been doing. I've been taking myself on
And
dinner
I've been
dates.
seeing these pictures. First off, let's talk about these little plate setups that you've been
And
having.
I can't tell you how many people comment.
Girl, you be making me hungry. Why are you posting that type of? I want to report your post.
Whenever I go out to dinner, I take a picture and put it on my stories. And I kid you not, every single time someone was like, "Where are you at this
Because
time?"
where are you at? Like, I've never seen that type. Where this food is plated, right? It's just sitting there. I'm starving, and I'm looking at like, where is Ty at?
That is so funny. Because someone was like, "Gosh, you find all the good food."
I know, right? I haven't seen a meal yet that I wouldn't tackle. You hear me?
I just love good food. Like,
You
if
got a
it ain't
food
good,
spirit on
I
you.
don't want to be there.
Sai, you talked about dance. I don't think we ever really like talked about like that last time. Like, what did that look like? Was that like something that you did? I have a question in here about like the dance play a role in like your healing journey.
Yeah, so I started dancing in high school, like my senior year of high school, and I used that as a tool to sort of just dance out my aggressions, my emotions, however I was feeling. And then I started dancing in college and left college to dance in the NBA. And I danced for the Denver Nuggets, which was an incredible experience. And I went back last month,
I was
actually.
about to say
And
recently.
yeah, I went back
Because you know
last
I'm
month.
all on your page, all in your business.
I love it. You can stay in my business. That's totally fine. But my uncle made me realize because, they had alumni night. That's why I went back.
Mm-hmm.
And we performed at a game. And my uncle goes, "You realize it's been 20 years since you danced for them initially?" And I was like, well, first of all, nobody asked you to
That's
just
it.
be that rude. I hadn't realized it had been 2026 makes 20 years that I had danced on the team. Um, but but it was important for me to do because it was me getting back to myself.
Yeah.
Right? Every time I go, I've done it twice now. It was a moment for me to be proud of myself. Like, how
You still got it, girl.
you
You
still got
got it,
it.
girl. You got it.
Like, and as I was saying, like, I wanted something for my kids.
Yeah.
I wanted to be proud of myself. I want to give something that my kids can be proud of me about. You know what I mean? So the degree was for me, but my kids can see it. Going back and dancing is for me, but my kids can see it. You know what I mean? And so, of course, they're like, hey, look, this is my mom. And people are like, that's not your mom. And they call me and they're like, hey, mom, is that you? And I'm like, yeah, but please stop doing that.
Yeah.
um, but, dance really helped me, and acting did too, right? After I stopped dancing, I became an actor. And I've been really, really blessed to have some roles where I could just take whatever I was dealing with in life and use those emotions and either dance it out or act it out in a scene. And just, it was therapy for me, in some regards.
So look, so sometimes like the old version of ourselves. Some people want to know like if we miss that version. There's this, I don't even know what movie this is, but this lady tells this girl, she was like, I miss the girl you were. And she said, many will, she was easier to kill. It has to be on some type of, yeah, girl, that girl was weak, baby.
You know what?
This ain't the one.
That's exactly how I feel. I know that some people miss the girl I was 10 years ago, but that girl didn't stand up for herself.
Yeah.
She got walked all over, had boundaries, but didn't make people keep them. And the person I am now, I don't chase. I
Baby, I
don't.
don't chase, I replace.
And hey, I don't even need to replace. I'm just like,
Don't
this
listen
can
to me, Ty.
this can remain empty. Like, I am okay. Like, and it took a long time to get to that place. It took a
Yeah.
very long time for me to get to that place where I'm just like, you know what? Come or go if you want to. I am not
Yeah.
going to make you stay. I would love for you to be here, but if you don't want to be here, that's cool. May God bless you.
Yeah.
And it's not to be rude at all. It's just anything that is costing my peace costs too much.
Yeah. Cause that's it. If you cost my piece, you out of there, Bookie.
It costs too much. And I need my coins so I can continue my dinner dates.
Come on.
So,
So she can keep posting these meals.
like, I'm busy tonight. I've got dinner.
I got dinner.
And I literally got mad because this is off topic, someone wanted me to do something and it was so last minute. And it was like, okay, I got you, but I'm running late for dinner.
Yeah, because I can't miss this meal.
Had no reservation at all. I just didn't want to be out late.
Ty, this is off topic too. Do you remember that food at Uncle Donnie and Auntie Mel house?
Do
For
I
New
remember
Year's?
what?
The food at Uncle Donnie and Auntie Mel house for New Year's. It was so much food, and I think about it all the time. And I
I
get
can't.
sad because I want a plate.
I know you're like, where are them rolls?
That's
Listen, someone once told me I'd be easy to kidnap. All I would do is just follow like the breadcrumbs.
it.
And I'm
The
like, yeah,
meals.
that is so true.
That's probably it.
I'm like, oh,
Oh my
that's
God.
terrible, but it's true. Just invite me and food. If you've got food, we can be friends. Like, that's just how I feel. Good food.
Good food.
Don't try to trick me with a salad because
Come
I'm
on
gonna
now.
be mad
It
at
has to
you.
be some good soul nurturing food. So we're
Oh,
almost
goodness.
to the end, but I wanted you to spend like the last few moments to impart some wisdom. And just give some sound advice. What would you say to a woman who feels stuck in her breaking season?
Oh man, it goes up from here.
Come,
It goes up from here. Like
that's it, Ty.
when you get to a place where you're at your lowest and you have nothing left to give, that's when God can get to work. Because now you are no longer relying on your own strength, you're relying on His. So it gets better. Oh my God, it gets better. I thought that I was just down and out and this ain't gonna work. And no, my bills have always been paid,
Come, come on
even
now.
without a job, even without a husband. I wrote a book. I went back to school. I lost weight. Like my children are blessed. My bank account's blessed. Like my car's paid off. Like things go up, but you have to surrender. So it's actually you can't you can't get to where you want to be without first acknowledging where you are. And once you acknowledge where you are, then the change can happen. But you cannot change what you will not acknowledge. That's it right there. That's
Come
the
on now. Let
sweet.
me go to get Bishop on the line. Tell him you're signing up for leadership this year.
Be we gonna pray on that. We gonna pray on that.
Let me get Bishop on the line. If you could go back and speak to your past self, what would you tell her?
You are worth so much more than what you're giving yourself credit for.
Come on now.
When you stop believing what other people are projecting on you and you start believing what God says about you, I'm a child of the Most High King. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. Right? Like you have to believe that. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, right? You start thinking of those things. Then you're like, huh, you start acting like it. Once you know who you are, you start acting like it. You have a different talk. You have a different pep in your step. You know, it's not a cockiness, it's a comfort of the one who's inside of you, who's giving you that life source. So yeah, that's probably what I'd say. Give yourself credit.
I love that. And what are you most proud of in this new version of yourself?
That actually has me stumped. I'd probably say I feel free.
Mm.
I feel free to say no when I want to. I feel free to not care about what other people say. Girl, I go to bed between 9:30 and 10 every night, and
Come on
I'm
now.
very
Mine
proud
is
of that,
8:30
and
to
I'm
9:30.
happy. Wouldn't change it for the world. Like I love that about the new me because now if I stay up past that, it's a really good reason, right? And it's an active choice that I'm making to go outside of something that I would normally do. So I'm making active choices to participate or not participate in things. And I love that about the new me. I'm being intentional about what I do, where I go, who I give my time to, who I allow in my space, who I give my energy to. So that's probably it.
Cool. You just preached the whole thing. I'm gonna tell Bishop. So, what is one thing, Ty, did you want everyone listening to walk away with?
Whatever you are doing in Christ, turn it up a notch.
Go- You be spitting bars.
Just go higher. If you spend 10 minutes in the word, make it 20. If you're praying for 10 minutes, make it 20. If you went to prayer service once, make it twice. Like just For me, everything comes back to that. You know, that may not be true for everybody, but for me, that is what is sustaining me. So that's what I would say. Double down.
Not double down. So Ty, let me tell you, thank you for just showing up tonight. Definitely want to say I really always enjoy talking to you, not just on the podcast, but everywhere I go. Like you're such a blessing to even just have you as a friend. Thank you for showing up with honesty, with strength. And, sometimes having that level of vulnerability that so many people are afraid to even tap into because you don't want people to judge you. But I just want to let you know that your story is inspiring and it's going to heal so many people because you turn your pain into purposes, and the experiences that you've gone through can now be lived out to uplift others. It can empower other people. But the things that you're talking about, it can't really be taught, it can only be lived, and that's something that you live through. So your test that you survive is ultimately your testimony. So thank you for reminding us that it's okay to rebuild, that it's okay to grow through what we've gone through, and that we also have the ability to create a life that's aligned and a life that's whole, because that's what we ultimately want, a life that's Christ centered. So I hope that your voice and your journey, just know that the message is needed, and that I'm so grateful that you are here today, just to even share this with us. So keep walking in purpose, and girl, keep pouring into others. And
Thank
most
you so
importantly, girl,
much.
stay fabulous.
Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you inviting me on the show for a second time.
For a second
I
time.
enjoy this. I enjoy this so much. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing night.
Thanks you too.
Bye.
Bye.
So, everybody, that was an amazing conversation. And if tonight's episode spoke to you, challenged you, or made you reflect on where you are in your own journey, don't just sit on it, move with it. Ty reminded us that healing is a process, that growth is intentional, and no matter what you face, you still have the power to create a life that feels good to you. So, whatever you're holding on to, whatever version of yourself you've outgrown, that is your sign to release and rise. Thank you for tuning in to Happy with Lala, where we don't just talk about it, we walk through it. So make sure you subscribe, share this episode with someone who needs it, and come back next Monday for a real conversation that's going to stretch you, grow you, and remind you of who you are becoming. I hope that you guys have an amazing night. And remember, heavy is the head that wears the crown.